Yeah, you know their faces. You know the talk on TV and out on the streets, but you don't know something that's very, very necessary. I ain't afraid to say it. I've never been afraid to say it. I'm gonna say it now. You know, I'm envious of the leadership and of the organization and of the camaraderie that the white man has over us. You know, there's not, there is no way that at the end of the day, that white man can give us back, give us our dignity. You can't do it, man. It's as simple as that. There's nothing in this world that can give us that back except us. You know, I I can talk till I'm blue in the face. I can tell you that, you know, these are the things that we need to do. But no leader, not the leader of the Black Lives Matter movement, not the Me Too movement, not this movement, not that movement, not my ass movement, none of these are going to get us our dignity back except us. At the end of the day, as I've said before, and for those who have subscribed to my videos, as I've said before in other videos, and this is a review, 90% of what has happened to us can be nullified. One, and I mean it, I don't care how you look at it, I don't care if you're mad, one black on black crime, revolution ain't gonna live for long. I say he shouldn't. I say he won't. But if Donald Trump does regain the White House for another 4 years, who we gonna go to? You know, I love Ice-T, but talking to both sides, nah. If he wants to really do something, if he really doesn't want to take the heat, he should be going in our communities. You know, he should be going. That's where he needs. That's where we all need to go. I seen a big thing about the Seattle Police Department. All of them walking out in protest, in abject frustration and anger. Bye. See ya. Okay, that's what we should be saying to them, because their history is to keep that buffer. Review. Their history is to keep you in check, slave, from going into their neighborhoods. Okay? I just heard a Marist poll that in Pennsylvania, Trump done narrowed the gap from a 10-point gap to 4%, which is within the margin of error. And you all those who watch my videos know I'm a statistician. But it doesn't count one important demographic, and that was among likely voters. But it doesn't count the unlikely voters. And you know what that's code word. You know, for minorities. We're not the likely voters. Why? Because, well, we're minorities. That's what they want us to believe. But the fact of the matter is that's no longer the case. That's why they want to talk now. That's why they want to know, do we have anything in common? Because the demographic is changing. That was an inevitability. Okay? Now they want to come and talk. They want to come to the table. I had some Trump guy say hello to me then. No. Talk, that kind of thing is over with, people. And until we shore up our neighborhoods, until we, Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement, young, educated, and black, until those factions come to the table and organize a better system, we're going to be here back with this again and again. And it's still happening. We have to stop. Go back way months ago when I started these videos and I told you what my neighborhood looked like. I felt safe in my neighborhood. Mr. Geiger, Mr. Sign, who owned, his people owned the grocery store at the other end of the block. Mr. Geiger owned the barbershop. Like I said, I didn't see any, something was lost between that time and now. In the civil rights movement, when we had Martin, Malcolm, and all Fannie Lou Hamer and all of them that was taking the heat, we were more, and times was tougher then. We were, they were more organized than we are now. Yeah, I know there was SNCC, and I know that the Muslims and, Martin, they had an issue, but you saw my shirt. When they shook their hands, when Martin and Malcolm shook hands, that made them not only dangerous, but deadly dangerous. But they can't do that anymore. They can't stop us now. That's why they want to talk. That should be a signal to you. Remember what I told you. Anytime they want to give you something, anytime they're ready to come to the table, it's because they gonna get something in return. See? And until we understand that, time for talk is over, time for our action is nigh. Now. It must be now. We must stand up and say to one another, hey, look, man, heck with that girl. I ain't going to fight you over her. Our lives are more important than that. Hey, man, I ain't going to have a gang war with you anymore, because that's null and void when you're talking about our survival. That's less than important. You know what I mean? That color and these gangs, and no. If the ballers and the gang leaders want to really make money, stop killing each other and see what happens. See the power that you gain. I told you I was going to talk about balling. The fact of the matter is that gangs or ballers, anything that's outside that law, that doesn't come together and say, hey, look, okay, we can put down this gang warfare and we can put down making money illegally, and instead of having gangs and money makers act like that in a separate vein, let's all flood the market. Let's all go to whatever, Burger King, driving school buses, force them to give you a pardon, force them to say, hey, all right, I served my time, or hey, those who don't even have a record, get into the workforce. That's how we do it. And start making things happen in our own neighborhood. If you got money, you got a car, start a jitney service. Don't let Uber and all of them come up in our neighborhoods. Let us do it for ourselves. That's the easy way to make money, and the white man can't say nothing about that. They don't need to know that you're driving like that. When you have those little stands on the side, do them on your block. Somebody start making something and doing things and it could be small. Small little newsstands with magazines. Go on online and get things wholesale and start selling them in our neighborhood and pocketing that money. What? We don't need to tell a white man we doing that. Girls who's getting their hair done, do it in your neighborhood. Go to them all the time. Let them build up their clientele and they make money. There's a lot of small ways that we can do it at the grassroots level. But until we start until we stop killing one another, game over. Use your head. Use your mind. Be free. Free. Bam! This.